I think that I'm not too sure, but
Fair
I
enough.
do like the idea that, and I don't want to mislead, but what I will say is I do agree with you that I like the consistency part, right? Because it behooves you to play through the entirety of the run, right? And that really does matter, because if you think about it, these World Warriors happen over the span of months. So the game, as you said, there's certain things that changed, like Cammy's target combo, right? Like there's certain things that have shifted since the beginning of World Warrior till now. So it really is cool to encourage that consistency, encourage people to show up for their region. And of course, that also means if you do really well in, 3 and you're not doing that great in the other 2, it doesn't hurt you, right? So that's another thing that encourages active participation, which I am a huge fan of. And as you said, sometimes you have people that show up out of nowhere, like the Midwest Boxer, and you're like, who is this person? Oh, they're from my actual state. They're actually from my neck of the woods. That's super dope. And they may have not ever had the opportunity to shine like that without things like World Warrior.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier to finally learn his name. I think it's like such a cool opportunity, because like in recent years, Ohio has been, where I'm from, Ohio has been a state that's kind of not really had the same kind of shine compared to maybe earlier in the fighting game era. And so for both the netcode in Street Fighter 6 to improve in such a way, as well as with this CPT World Warrior adjustment to how the point system works, it does give a little more shine and a little more of an opportunity for people to get into that space. And we are getting into the match here. Again, this is losers quarters finals between Midwest Boxer. Oh, I'm sorry, losers top 8. Excuse me. Between SOSICKNASHFAN and Midwest Boxer. And already right away we see SOSICKNASHFAN with a big 50% life lead, but Midwest Boxer taking control back. He does get DI'd for it though.
Side switch into the Kiko show. Midwest Boxer low on life, runs straight into the fiercest punch in the world, straight to the stomach. Midwest Boxer tried to get in, but immediate DP from SOSICKNASHFAN. I like the gamble, had a massive life lead, right? So like, okay, yeah, I might get punished if it's blocked, but I can get the W if I pull the trigger.
That's absolutely right. And that sends a message early that lets him know that I will make these gambles when it matters most. It's do or die. You have to worry about that.
A little bit of a jack check with a handshake, but SOSICKNASHFAN getting the better end of that deal for sure. Gonna be able to get some corner pressure. That Kikoken was meaty.
Oh my God, somebody call Arby's. We got the meats. And just like that, again, a huge life lead for SOSICKNASHFAN, taking big control of this match. And now a little bit low on drive gauge here. He does find himself and having to hold these plus frames from Midwest Boxer.
Okay, Boxer able to kill rush in, save some of the drive gauge too by closing the gap with the unique move, but side switch. SOSICKNASHFAN's a little chalky right now, but may be able to clean off the blackboard real soon. Midwest Boxer hemmed up level 3.
No. Oh man, that was such a big gamble. This hurt. And into level 2, does he have the dream combo? Are we going to get the desync on lock? Yes, sir. There it is. Do you got all this?
Time to hustle. Brainly burns himself out. SOSICKNASHFAN getting a punish counter throw that killed.
I can't believe that. Just the slightest miscalculation on the spacing there. I have to wonder if he would have let the drive rush linger a little bit longer, just another half step. Would he have gotten the wall spot? Could he have taken the round? But ultimately it didn't matter. Even on the brink of a comeback, falling a little short, there's Midwest Boxer, and now he's down a game.
Yeah, that's a tough way to lose it too. Just a little bit of a miscalculation, the landing recovery after hitting a button in the air, you're getting punish counter thrown. One of those things where honestly, you kind of just have to forget about it and go in and be like, okay, let's reset it. Let's get back in there. And here we go, game 2.
Yeah, he had the right strategy. He had done basically everything correctly. It was just the slightest miscalculation that you couldn't even like visualize, right? So you can regroup, you can go into this next one and try the same thing, and it might work out different this time.
Oh, Lance on the Kikoken. Nice mixturization of the speeds of Kikoken there. Immediately interrupted the drive rush to SOSICKNASHFAN. Low on drive gauge, but earned some HP recovery. However, Midwest Boxer moving forward, baited out the throw, burnout.
Hit the burnout. We did see SOSICKNASHFAN fighting out a burnout pretty successfully. Okay, he doesn't screw it up this time. From that range, there's no shot he's not getting wall spot. Gonna be able to kill, and now a round on the board for Midwest Boxer, and more importantly, a little bit of confidence.
That's what you need. You definitely, especially the way that game 1 went down, Midwest Boxer really needed that round. Anti-air, man, that it hurts so much. You can just, no meter needed, just a huge chunk anti-air. It's been really good.
Yeah, it's such a strong option for her. You know, something that she hadn't really had access to in previous games. And there it is again. We run it back just like that, a cool 30%. Oh, he gets clipped.
Yeah, caught him looking. Couple of taps to the back of the dome. That's going to be it. Final round for game 2. SOSICKNASHFAN working off of a perfect.
I really am impressed with his consistency to uphold this rushdown, right? He is overextending. Well, I suppose objectively he might be overextending, right? You know, he's maybe going out of what might be considered a more conservative play style, but it's paid off in spades. I have to imagine maybe he's picking up on a bit of trepidation on Midwestboxer's side.
And that can certainly spell the end in this game called Street Fighter 6 with the way that it can snowball. However, good pair of air-to-airs for Midwestboxer, establishing corner pressure and keeping it, but SOSICKNASHFAN has an ability here. Another level 2, but yeah, Midwestboxer has been hit to the game 2 times in a row. Straight fist to the dome and putting down the plasma on him. Didn't even need to do all that, but you know what? You're sending a message.
Calling out the purple jawbreaker to seal the deal. Now we are all tied up 1 game apiece. Now there is a little bit of a tug of war back and forth here. Who's actually going to take control and keep it? All right, there's the forward throw. Again, you know, Midwestboxer finding himself in the corner. And I love that jump back from SOSICKNASHFAN. You know, not having to worry about the demon that is jump medium kick from Ed.
Smart usage here of spacing as well. There's the OD Kikoken. We'll try to catch Midwestboxer setting up a projectile here, but Midwestboxer has done a great job of being able to preserve that drive gauge. Can kind of play the range game a little bit if the timing is right.
Okay, yeah, they're both chucking plasma, just zoning a little bit. Neither one of them, you know, really wants to commit too much. And again, this is something that I think is really hard to get a grip on in Street Fighter 6, just because things can turn so quickly just like that.
That was a certainly patient setup there from SOSICKNASHFAN to immediately go over with the Hosanshu. However, not able to really get much off of it. Midwestboxer able to fight their way out of the corner, return things to neutral a little bit. Kill rush forward, nice stop and parry.
You know, so far in a couple of instances, both off of drive rush or, you know, in just like close range combat situations, we've seen SOSICKNASHFAN opting to do jump back to get away from a potential like shimmy or delay tech. And I have to wonder if Midwestboxer is paying enough attention to that to adapt his strategy and adjust. But right now, it doesn't even matter. The conversion, the execution from SOSICKNASHFAN to close out that round with the super art.
Yeah, crouch medium kick do be a button on Chun-Li. You have to be
Yes,
careful
sir.
when you're trying to step into her space. SOSICKNASHFAN definitely wants to go up 2-1, but here we go. The desync.
Yes, sir. Not a ton of damage, but the most important part is building the super gauge back and getting the corner position here, just pushing all the way to the other side of the screen. And I love that setting up the fuzzy.
Right out of the calves, DI reset here on the wake up, and Midwestboxer saying we're going all 12.
Yeah, he's got his cardio up. He's been hitting the punching bag. He's been hitting the jump rope. He's in it for the long haul. And I like this adaptation from him. You know, it was a little slow coming off of that first game. And I suppose, you know, any round might look like that in Street Fighter 6's game. Kind of aggressive. But he's adapting accordingly now, and you can tell the focus is there. Look at that, right? I tell you, the perfect parry timing, the punish counter back throw. And is this a bait?
Oh, again, Midwestboxer able to bait it out, and now wants to reel it in, put it on the grill for some delicious eats. There is the purple stuff once again. Cobra Punch, we're spending everything. I need all the damage possibly available. Close to burnout is SOSICKNASHFAN, gets clipped up.
Oh man, and just taking it to the bank. Smelling the blood in the water, you talked about it. He morphed into a shark. He's got rows and rows of teeth, and he's taking a big bite. That is another game for Midwestboxer, and he is looking to sink his teeth in for that third game.
This is huge start for Midwestboxer here in game 4. SOSICKNASHFAN got to figure out a way to break out of this death spiral under the waters right now.
Oh god damn, that button's so hard to deal with. The jump MK, maybe the best air button in the whole game from Ed.
Drive rush forward throw. SOSICKNASHFAN spent a couple of bars there to try to equalize the HP. Good parries though from Midwestboxer, looking nice and good on the drive gauge.
Okay, yeah, look at how things have changed on SOSICKNASHFAN's side. You know, we're seeing a little bit of offense there, but mostly he's opted to go back into range so he can throw these Kotokos, just so he can maybe try and catch Midwestboxer slipping.
And Midwest Boxer's done a really good job of letting SOSICKNASHFAN do the projectile first and deciding whether I want to parry, do I want to go for, you know, snatcher, or do I want to actually send out my own projectile? There's the drive rush forward again, setting up the projectile. Midwest Boxer just hanging out, just chilling. I'm 2 rounds away. I don't need to overcommit.
Yeah, I really, really applaud this focus and commitment. I think that's the name of the game. Oh my god, but look at this. This is going to burn him out, and we all know Chun gets to put you into the next game off of level 2. Corner carry is immaculate, but he busts out just like that. Midwest Boxer in the 11th hour recognizes, I can close this out. You made a mistake, buddy, and you're going to pay.
Might be out of green, but I'm not out of money. I can still spend it.
Yes, sir. Let him know. All right, Midwest Boxer here, again, establishing the tone. And now, you know, not a ton of damage, but most importantly, you can tell that SOSICKNASHFAN is getting frustrated trying to find a way in, trying to find some damage to equalize things.
And that's been the tale of the tape so far. I like that interrupt. The charged and ready snatcher immediately cutting it off. Ed is vulnerable in that state, but the big jump in straight to the forehead. SOSICKNASHFAN in a whole lot of trouble.
Looking to maybe bait some, okay, not side switch. Oh, okay, but there it is, the perfect parry. Go back into that corner. You are not allowed out. Oh, nice. I like that spacing there to make sure that he's not going to get punished. Yeah. Level 3, that's all she wrote. Bop, 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 and there it is. Midwest Boxer going to seal the deal and get himself a comeback to eliminate SOSICKNASHFAN from the bracket. Ohio represent.
I really like the response from Midwest Boxer from game 1 all the way to game 4. You could see the adjustments start to fall into place, the adaptations start to lock in. Got a couple of really good OD snatchers on the projectile attempts, right? And it's not that the fact that obviously SOSICKNASHFAN knows that that's a threat, but the range at which Midwest Boxer was able to use OD snatcher to go through the projectile was right at the tip of that actual range of that move, and that's what makes it so deadly, because you're not in training mode. You don't have the little grid there to say like, okay, I'm safe, I'm not. You have to really know that. And the way that Midwest Boxer just was able to hide it too with his own projectiles, using the kill rush, using the parry, it became a guessing game. And I just like the mental adaptation here. That's one of the things I think is so exciting about Street Fighter, and Street Fighter 6 especially, is seeing a high-paced game start to switch into high-paced chess. It's really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you really hit the nail on the head highlighting how he was using Snatcher. And you know, if you are going to be a top level Ed player, that needs to be a part of your game plan, right? You know, his fireball game is okay. You know, his pokes are good, but like situationally so. You have to really understand the nuance of how to use them because they're slow, they have a lot of recovery. But if you can really get a good handle on that snatcher and how to intertwine that with the rest of your strategy, it suddenly means that you can fight against those zoning characters, the characters that have the exceptional fireballs, like, you know, like Akuma, like Guile, like Chun, like DJ. These characters that really make it difficult for you to weave in and out of, you know, the crouch medium kick range, or really to not jump into a fireball trap, or you're gonna get anti-aired, whatever it might be. Ed has a way around that, and if you can figure it out, it suddenly means that you can turn the tables on a dime, and next thing you know, your opponent finds themselves low on drive gauge because they got punish countered, you know, losing a ton of life because you're able to go into OD snatcher into level 2, right? Or whatever it might be. It really means that your opponent that you're fighting has to adapt like faster than they might feel comfortable otherwise, and it's really tough to do. And Midwest Boxer, I think, was able to just hone in on that like maybe lack of high level Ed experience and, you know, take it all the way to the bank.